Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel omega.vision. So I hope you remember guys, in last video I have discussed about the STLC, like what is the STLC, how many phases come under the STLC and what is the model of STLC. In all the model I have discussed only one model, that is a waterfall model. So don't worry guys, once again I'll repeat it. So what is STLC, you tell me? SDLC is nothing but it is a process to develop a new software. What? It is a step by step procedure to develop a new software, that is called SDLC. In SDLC, different stages of SDLC, that is the requirement collection, analysis or feasibility study, design, coding, testing, installation and maintenance. So what is that now? What is the requirement? Requirement is a nothing, it's a kind of information, or we can say it's a complete information regarding the project. So in requirement, what happening generally in product based company, business analyst, in product based company, product analyst, and a service based company, there is a business analyst. They goes to the customer place, they take the deep information regarding the project. That means key requirement is a nothing but a requirement collection, complete information about the project, and they come to the our company and discuss with the team member. In analysis phase what happening, here they are discussing, like they are making an estimate, kind of pre-planning, how many test engineer required, how many developers are required, how much profit company will get, what is the gain, what kind of tool they require, what is the environment setup. So all these things they discuss in analysis part. Now the designing part. In design part, what they are doing, they start doing the high level design or low level design. That means कि they are making a roughly scratch, or we can say they are roughly making a diagram. After that, on the basis of diagram, our developers, they start developing the code, they start writing the code in different language. They can use Java language, Python language, C language. And after that, once the code is done, then testing will start, and then installation and maintenance. Sorry guys. So now what is the model of STLC? There are different model: waterfall model, spiral model, V model, agile model. So I have already discussed the what is the waterfall model in last session. So you just tell me what is the waterfall model. Yeah, it's same. It is also a step by step procedure to develop a new software. And one more thing that you have to remember guys, phase, everywhere phase or stage both are same, and the for the every, like for SDLC, phase is also same: requirement collection, analyze, design, coding, testing, maintenance. Here in waterfall model also phase is same. If you go for spiral model, V model, agile model, all which phase should be same, it won't change. Only what is changing, the process is changing. So in waterfall models, see, waterfall, that means ki water is falling down. So once you water come down, it can't go back. The same thing happening in waterfall model. Once the requirement part is done, that means ki once the our team, our business analyst get the complete requirement, then only they start analyzing phase. Here no need require partial, complete requirement. Once the requirement is done, it get freeze, you can't go back and change. Then analysis part. In feasibility study, they are starting doing analyzing, like same thing whatever I have explained, how many developer required, how many testers required, how much profit company will get, and what is the environment, what is software need, which language they are developed. So all these things they are doing analyzing. Now the design part is come. So once the analysis part is done completely, then only they'll move to the design part. Once the design part is done, then only they'll move to the coding part. Once the coding part is done, that means it get freezed, then only they move to the testing phase. So what, and maintenance phase is, it's a different. In maintenance, what happens? Suppose company has the agreement signed for 3 years. So within the 3 years, if face any issues, is not issues, bug, here we are using bug language. So if they find any bug or defect, company will fix it free of cost. But after 3 years or after date of maintenance agreement, after date of agreement, if customer face any issues, then company, they has to pay for it. So that is a maintenance. So what is the drawback here? In waterfall model, the biggest drawback is, it's a, there is a requirement changes are not allowed. That is a biggest drawback, or you can say this is the biggest disadvantage. And one more thing, just suppose there is a bug in requirement phase, very beginning. In requirement only, customer has explained some wrong thing, or maybe they wants to change the requirement on the basis of business need, so they can't go back and change. This is the drawback. Then what is the advantage? If the application is simple or easy, we can adopt this easily, and the cost to develop this application will be less other than the different model. Now come to the spiral model. Same, spiral model is also, it is a come under SDLC. So the same definition, spiral model is also step by step procedure or standard procedure to develop a new software. One more thing guys, I hope you remember, phase is also same. What is the phase in SDLC? Requirement, analysis, design, coding, testing, maintenance. In waterfall model, what is the phase? Same phase, requirement, analysis, design, coding, testing, maintenance. Here also in spiral model, you tell me what is the phase of spiral model or stage of spiral model? Requirement, feasibility study or analysis. Third one, design, coding, testing, maintenance. But then why, what is the difference in a spiral or water in waterfall model? Just recall it once again. Once the requirement get fridge, that means ki at a time we need complete requirement, then only they start the next phase. Once again, if requirement, once they get the complete requirement, then only they'll move to the next phase, that is analysis phase. Once the complete analysis is done, then they move to which phase? Yes, correct, design phase. Once the complete design part is done, then only they'll move for coding. Once the complete coding is done, then only they'll move for testing. So in waterfall, just remember two things: complete, whatever phase, one phase is complete, then only they'll move to the next phase, and requirement changes are not allowed. But in a spiral model, what they are doing, if the application is big, they are divided into different phase. Suppose we have a one application, any application, Amazon application, let's take example. We have an Amazon application, then what they'll do, in beginning, first they'll develop only login page, then home page is there, search button where you are searching, search button they'll develop. So only these things they'll develop first, then next. That means ki in a spiral they are divided into different models or phase. So in one requirement they'll break it, and once they take one piece of requirement, different pieces. So first they'll take a one piece of requirement, then same thing, once they get piece of requirement, then do the analysis, coding, testing, maintenance. Once this part is done, then second piece of requirement. Are you getting my point? In waterfall model, we are getting complete requirement, then only move to the next. But here we are divided into 4 parts, 5 parts in different phases. Then we'll do requirement, then testing, then coding, then analysis. This is what spiral model. Now what is the advantage? The advantage is requirement changes are allowed, but not in phase wise. we are developing only one, but three is still pending. In that one they can change the requirement, but not a, whatever you started developing, they can't change the requirement. So the requirement changes are allowed after every cycle, not in between the cycle. Once you start the cycle, then you can't change the requirement. So the next is V model. V model means ki validation or verification model. So here we'll also discuss what is the V model. Here testers are involved from the beginning. And one more thing that I forgot to tell you, in waterfall model testing are involved at the end, like after coding. In between if there is a bug in requirement, they can't test it, and it's a very difficult to change. Spiral model also testers are involved there. Yeah, they can check in one environment. Testers are involved at the last of the coding. Once the coding part is done, then only testers involved. But in V model, from the requirement phase only testers are involved. No worries, we'll explain in detail in next session. For the today, this much only. Just go and do the practice. And one more thing guys, just subscribe our channel so that you can get the, and also one more thing, just press the bell icon so that you can get the notification in advance. On the next video I'll see V model and agile model. Yeah, thank you guys.